Welcome to Onfleet's A Day in the Life of an Onfleet Dispatcher Best Practices Training. In this video, we will review specific situations that you may come across during your day-to-day operations and how these should be best handled in Onfleet. This training session is best suited for users that already have a high-level understanding of the basic Onfleet tools and features. If you haven't already, we recommend watching some of our other webinars, such as our admin training or our general operations training. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll first begin with a dashboard orientation just to remind ourselves of the different tabs within the dashboard, starting with the map view. The map view is most helpful for selecting a group of tasks that fall within a specific area and for viewing our tasks geospatially. To easily grab tasks that fall within an area that I've created using our map overlay tool, I will just right-click and select the tasks that fall in this zone. As you can see, some of these tasks are actually already within a route that's assigned to my driver, and some are still unassigned. I can easily make an action such as assign these tasks, or I can even move over to my table view here and notice that these are still highlighted for me to manipulate. Moving back over to our map view, there's another great feature up in the top left-hand corner called our traffic overlay. This traffic overlay will be really helpful for you as a dispatcher to see where the most heavily congested areas are, especially within big cities. As you can see, I have a driver that's online right within all of the congestion in downtown San Francisco. So what I might do here is just send a quick chat to my driver. We'll see that driver Taylor is online and available to chat with. And we can say something like, how's the traffic? Need any assistance? At this point, your driver could either use their preferred navigation app to find a shorter route, or you as the dispatcher could unassign or remove some tasks from this driver's route if we notice any delays. For now, it seems that the driver should be able to complete all of these within the complete after and complete before times we've designated on the task. In our map view, we also have the sidebar, which is where we're looking now. The sidebar has a couple of tools that you or your dispatchers can use to make sorting and routing these tasks more efficient and easy. At the top, you'll notice that you have the option to sort your unassigned tasks. If you deliver goods on a first come, first served basis, you may want to sort your tasks by something like creation time, like I have here. This will ensure that tasks are listed by order of priority. Another way to create a priority with your tasks is by using our complete before and complete after fields. This is the same thing as using delivery windows on a task. Below this, we also have our teams. So here I have two teams that I'm currently viewing. If you as a dispatcher belong to multiple teams and you want to view tasks only associated to a certain team, you can come down to your filters here and remove some of these teams that are not applicable. This just makes your dashboard a bit more organized and easy to use. Below our teams, we also have our drivers here. So driver Taylor currently has 7 tasks that are assigned to her for today. From here, you can easily take bulk actions for this driver. For example, if I double click into my driver, I can use this actions button to reverse the task order. Maybe I need to unassign these tasks to rerun the route optimization tool. Any of these options here are available to you just by double clicking on that driver. All right, next in our table view here, we have the same information that we're viewing in our map view. However, if you find that you often have to make bulk changes to tasks throughout your business day, for example, if you need to manually add in delivery windows or manually adjust these delivery windows, we recommend using the table view to do so. From here, you can take similar actions that you could from the map view, but again, this is a much easier view to work in when you have a high volume of tasks. Moving over to our Analyze tab. This tab gives you a quick way to view key metrics about your operations in a visual manner. You can easily change the date range or look at a particular team's metrics, and you can export this information. However, if you do need to review a detailed task level information about your operations, we do recommend using the task export function. This is different from this export button that you see here and will give you a much more detailed view of the information within your dashboard. Let's navigate back to the map view. As a dispatcher user in the Onfleet dashboard, there are certain tools that you may use on a daily basis, as well as some situations that you may often come across during the driver's route. Let's review a couple of these now, starting with our task time windows from our sidebar. From our sidebar here, you can see that each task will show the complete after and complete before times and how far into that time window we currently are. If you'd like a bigger view of this, you can always resize the sidebar just by dragging this here. And within this same section, you might also notice that we can view the ETA of each task. The ETA is generated after routing, and you can click this flag so that the flag points in the right direction to view the estimated time of completion. These times will update in real time if your driver is remaining idle. As you can see here, we can also notice if there are any delays in our driver's route. As we can see here, we have one task delayed, and that is because the driver is expected to complete this task at the end of their queue by 2:02 p.m. There's a couple of ways that you can handle delays, but first, just know that if your admin user has set up your custom communications from the Settings tab here, there is a trigger for delayed tasks. This means that a message will automatically be sent to your customers, notifying them of a delay. You do have control over the delay threshold so that your customers are not notified too early. Now, outside of this, you could easily reassign this task to a different driver that perhaps doesn't have any delays, like my driver Brianna here. All you would do is hit the assign and select Brianna. You'll notice that task will immediately go to the end of that driver's queue and a new ETA will be generated there. You could also chat with your drivers. So we chatted our driver about any potential issues or questions before, but feel free during the day to ask them if there is anything that they need assistance with or anything that you could potentially help them with. Now that we've taken care of that delay, we may also come across customers calling throughout the day having questions with their particular delivery. Now, I mentioned those automated messages that will be going out to your customers. There are other various triggers that you can use to notify them of the status of their delivery. So please check out our admin user training video for more information on that. Another quick and easy way to find out what is going on with a particular task is to use this search functionality here. The search functionality will look back in the past 30 days for any information or delivery using either maybe the address, the customer's name, or if you're sending us something like an order number within your task details field, you can also search by that. In this example, we'll look for 4506 Cabrillo Street. This is a task that we have already completed, so if we double click here, we can see all of the information about this particular pickup. We'll see a full timeline, when it was assigned, when the driver departed and arrived, and even the proof of delivery. If you would like more information about the exact turn-by-turn directions that your driver took to complete this task, you can easily view the route just by clicking this button here. It might be easier to find information about a current day's deliveries from the table view. The table view has a find feature that does not use historical data, but will easily filter out information on your dashboard to show you exactly what you're looking for. For example, if we want to find a task related to a Zoe, we can see that this will filter out all of the other tasks for today, and I can easily click on the task ID to see the information regarding this delivery. As your drivers begin completing the tasks in their route, you can see in real time the exact tasks that they're working on and their current location. Once this is done and you can see that tasks are being completed successfully or failed, there's a couple of different tools you'll want to keep in mind, especially for any failed tasks. So if we see a driver fail, like we can see right here on the dashboard, we can easily double click into this task and view why this may have failed. The recipient looks to be unavailable, so what we may want to do is clone this task and recreate it for a later time or a different date. In this example, I'm going to open this task and clone it for tomorrow. Here we can pick a date from the calendar as well as enter a time. We'll leave this for the same delivery window. And what we can also do is assign this to a particular team if we know it should belong to Team San Francisco, for example. At this point, your customer will automatically be notified if you have set it up that this task was not able to be delivered, and it will be included in tomorrow's unassigned tasks for routing. Another important part of an Onfleet dispatcher's role is ensuring that tasks are routed for the following day. Since our tasks seem to be in good shape for today's date, we'll want to use our filters to navigate to tomorrow to make sure that those deliveries are appropriately routed. We're going to be assuming that you're operating with a scheduled delivery model here and use the route optimization tool to get these 10 tasks assigned out to our drivers for tomorrow. To do this, you can either use the map view to highlight these tasks, or we can navigate over to the table view here and select these easily from this button here. We'll then click the Optimize option and select the drivers that we'll want to be including in this route. As we move down in this field here, you have the option to set a maximum number of tasks so that drivers aren't assigned more than 10 tasks, how long it will take the driver to actually complete that task when they're on site, if you want to allow for any delays, where the routes should start and end from, and the optimization mode that you want to use. At this point, when you proceed, this screen will pop up and the route optimization tool will begin ingesting information such as the delivery windows, driver capacity, historical traffic data, capacity versus quantity on the task, and a lot of other information. Here we can see that our routes have been divvied up. It looks like our driver Brianna will be taking on most of the tasks for tomorrow, and Taylor will have one extra task she'll be completing within the city. If we don't like something about this optimization, we can go back and edit. Maybe we want to increase the maximum number of tasks per route and only use one driver. We can easily make this change and rerun the optimization. Just know that you as a dispatcher have the control over these different parameters and the routes that it builds. As this reruns again, what we'll then see here is that we've been able to optimize these across just one driver, and she'll be on duty for about 4 hours and 20 minutes. If you like this solution, you can go ahead and complete. And at this point, then the tasks will move out of the unassigned status and will be assigned to the driver. Routing is that easy within the Onfleet dispatcher dashboard. From here, your drivers can then log in to their Onfleet driver app and begin completing their tasks. Now that we've finished routing for tomorrow's tasks, we can easily navigate back to today's date to check on our drivers for today. As we can see, driver Taylor has completed all of her tasks for today, but she is still online within her driver app. This is okay, as it will just show that the driver is currently idle. However, because we track idle versus in-transit time for our drivers, you may want to force the driver off duty so that we're no longer tracking this driver's location. To do this, you'll just double-click on your driver here. As you can see, they have their task for tomorrow's date, but at the very bottom, we have the option to force off duty. If we click this button, it will just turn off the location tracking services for this particular driver, and it will no longer track this idle time in their analytics. This concludes our day in the life of an Onfleet dispatcher. Please feel free to check out some of our other training videos and let us know if there's anything that you are interested in seeing from these training videos by emailing onboarding@onfleet.com with any of your suggestions. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.